We've got to get onto the asteroid and find out what happened to Mother. Although I have a horrible feeling this is going to be one of those dramas that Felix loves, and Mother is going to still be alive. And she's going to be the mastermind behind the whole thing. And by the whole thing... well, I've no idea what the hell the whole thing is, or why it would need a mastermind, or why that door looks like it's been busted open. Before we head off to Gorgon, let's finish checking this place out. Maybe there are some clues. Is that a room or a corridor? Okay. I definitely feel like something happened here. Yeah. What is that? Paintings on a wall, stained glass windows of what looks like a spaceship? Yeah, definitely glacial water. What? Necklace. Nope. Not a special necklace that's going to start whispering to me when I pick it up in a ghostly voice. No. Goodbye letter. Dearest mother and father, I've paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Am I too young for such ambitions? Perhaps. But that is the risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. Byzantium will welcome me with open arms. Won't that be a new sensation? Ooh, wow. If I ever return, it will be to claim my rightful spot at the head of this family. So they basically last spoke on bad terms. Right, and... yeah, I don't think we're going to find that key. At least not right now. Maybe we will find it if we find Mother. In the meantime, we do have the kitchen to inspect. Let's find out what is going on with regards the meal situation. Bumblebee Brewing. Okay, now I'm very curious as to what they are brewing. It's almost certainly something alcoholic. Mock apple shake, and I can't believe it's not Borst. Okay. That's not achieved anything, has it? That has not achieved anything. Borst packets. I really don't need more food. I do not need more food. Is that a blowtorch? Why would there be a blowtorch? Some people actually cook with them, don't they? Iceberg aged whiskey. Rum and something. Something. Rum and unidentified substance. Am I missing some? Never mind, I knew that was here. Okay, I'm getting an odd... you know what? I haven't sorted out the weapon situation. Ellie, you get to have the shrink ray. Felix, you get to have the giggle gun. Just in case. Because I feel like... Okay.
Okay.
I had a nightmare about this sort of thing once. Crawling around on my hands and knees inside a mansion, I mean.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's a creepy mansion with creepy things. Different sized skulls. Books and objects. Ooh. I mean, I'm not picking this up because it might be valuable. I'm inspecting this because I want to find clues that may explain what the hell is going on here and what it is they were doing on Gorgon. Oh, damn it. Wait a minute. If I brought Parvati back here with Felix, could I get in there? I might be able to. Master bedroom key. Okay, got a master bedroom key. Lots of service awards. I am really thinking I might come back here with Parvati just to find out what is in there. Okay. Along that wilderness of glass, no swelling tell that winds may be. Upon some far-off happier sea, no heavings hint that winds have been. On seas less hideously serene. EAP. Okay. Select to use Ambrose. Oh, this was Mother. Logs. 5 entries. Right. February the 1st. 2324. This morning I gave birth to a healthy child. Perhaps that's a strange distinction to call her healthy, but after all I've endured to finally meet her, it matters. That she exists at all against the odds matters. Okay. I will call her Wilhelmina, after my late brother Wilhelm. I hope the Lord is kinder to her than it was to him. I hope for many things, truthfully. That she be smart and shrewd. That she be strong, relentless, undeniable. Most of all, I hope for her a steel spine. That she does not bend when Halcyon would break her. That she should be stronger than I. Okay. I must find Minnie a wet nurse. She demands to be fed throughout the day and night. I simply cannot get a single thing done. Changed your tune pretty quickly there. The nurse will need to be exceptional, smart, educated, of means. Minnie must have the best start if she's going to survive the pit of vipers that is the Byzantium elite. Then there is the matter of a governess. I can't watch the child constantly, not if I'm to do my work. How soon must I begin looking? Naturally, she'll have to be exceptional as well. And exceptional Byzantines don't exactly grow on trees. I will persuade Harvey to investigate this for me. The man has little else to do. So she sort of cares about her daughter, sort of, as long as it doesn't interfere with her timetable. Okay. I don't understand how anyone of ambition has time to keep a journal. I certainly don't. Yet here I am, indulging myself. Minnie's influence, no doubt. No, I'm afraid that is the unrelenting march of narrative. Her behaviour concerns me. She's clingy, emotional. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for her mother when I leave for another stint on Gorgon. This must be the fault of Marie, her governess, as Minnie certainly didn't learn this behaviour from me, probably because you haven't been around enough. I'll have to fire the woman. It's clear she's not capable of instilling in Minnie a correct understanding of how to behave. Harvey despairs of ever finding a governess who meets my preposterous standards. He and I went in circles on the issue for hours, but he came around to my thinking eventually. Why shouldn't I want what's best for my daughter? Maybe I'll fire him too. Maybe what's best for your daughter is to get a little attention from her mother. Just saying. I'm at my wit's end with Minnie. At 13, she should have already mastered basic chemistry, physics and mathematics, but she could barely handle long division. She struggles to remember the simplest equations and formulas, no matter how many times her governess raps her knuckles. By the time I was her age, I'd already made dynamite in my grandfather's laboratory. Okay. The only thing Minnie's making explode is my head. Her father asked why we don't just send her to boarding school, but I abhor the thought of her surrounded by those coddled idiots. More alarming still, she's begun to show an interest in romance serials and painting. She may have a strong grasp of colour theory, and she shows some promise with watercolours, but surely that's the result of her education in spectroscopy, not any innate skill. What value has art anyway? She gave me a truly dreadful painting of Francis this morning, and I haven't a clue what to do with it. Perhaps I'll stuff it in my desk. We'll have a good laugh over it when she's grown and finally come to her senses. Absolutely universe's worst parent. That's not true. Not worst parent. Definitely not a contender for best parent ever. Lucian appeared at the manor this morning. I thought him here for me to finally wring my neck after our latest tiff. But no, it was much worse than that. He'd come to speak to Minnie. No need to guess why. She's taken it upon herself to manage the household these last few years, since neither her father nor I have the time, or frankly inclination. Under her watch, the staff's productivity has increased 35%, while reducing our costs an astonishing 67%. We've saved tens of thousands of bits. Harvey tipped Lucian off, I expect. Now he wants to bring her on to help manage the Gorgon facilities, which I refused over Minnie's vociferous protestations. She cried after he'd left. I only wish that I could tell her why. So she finally understood that her daughter did have talent, it just wasn't necessarily the scientific sort. She's good with numbers, she's good with people. She's good with logistics. That's an odd one. That made it seem like she was proud of her daughter and yet didn't want her daughter's help over in Gorgon for reasons she cannot tell her. Okay. So, let's log in as Wilhelmina. Welcome you, Ambrose W. The search continues. I take from these entries that Mother was severe with her editorial pen. This is but one version of her carefully curated and not the one I wanted to find. Where is her unvarnished stream of consciousness? Where is her spontaneous brilliance? The search continues. My efforts will inevitably steer me to Gorgon. What then, Minnie? What then? What then, indeed? What secrets could be in there? Can I, with the help of Parvati, unlock those secrets? I can get my lock-picking, well, 5 higher without the powered armour, so that would be 84, but I can then improve it by another 30 wearing the right gear, so that would be 114. And I think Parvati gives me the rest. I think we can do this. I definitely want to return here with Parvati and find out what is in there. Before we do that, let's go and find out what's in the master bedroom. Not been used in a while, then? So there is a pick up doctor's orders. Just some random jewelry or random jewelry. Nothing with any meaning. Okay, doctor's orders, which is... Ooh, that is not too terrible. Level 26, and it does N-ray damage. Ellie, I think we may have found something to replace... Oh, I don't know. Irian's flintlock is not bad. Actually, it's level 10 and 282 DPS. Why is... That does 48 times 2. This does 47 times 3. They both stagger. So the fire rate on this thing must be off the charts compared to this then. Magazine size, that's 12. This one is 18 and... Oh, it's not the same weapon, that's why. Good grief. This is with the energy weapon. I can't even remember what it's called. It still looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. I mean, this is more Ellie, though. Except, of course, I want you to have the shrink ray. Okay, I'm picking up this.
Dear Wilhelmina, I hope this letter finds you well. No, it's too stilted. It sounds like I'm writing to request a loan. Dearest Wilhelmina, I regret to tell you... Law, no, that's worse. When have I ever called her dearest? She's my daughter. This should be easy. How can a mother not know how to talk to her own daughter?
How
My love.
indeed.
I can no longer... For your safety, I must... Oh, hell. Even if she despises me for what I had to do, I should still be able to say goodbye. Minnie, I have to leave, and I don't intend to come back. I love you. I'm so sorry.
I feel like we should give this to, Minnie. But then we have to explain how we got in there. Well, she's hired us to be an investigator, and that's what we're doing. We're investigating. Sometimes investigating is somewhat invasive. Right, Minnie.
How do you do?
Right. Tell me about that note you left in your bedroom. Right, yes, let's start with that.
Someone's been snooping around. Not that I mind. It reminds me why I hired you in the first place. For your keen eyes and scandalous disregard for privacy.
It's
When
the
I left
scientific
home,
process.
I wanted Mother and Father to know the conditions of my return. I would stroll through the entrance with my head held high, or not at all. I left this place with every intention of returning once the time was right.
Okay, so the house was empty when you returned.
Yes, that wasn't part of the plan. Fall of Gorgon accelerated my schedule. I thought I would find success in Byzantium. Instead, I must look for redemption back where I began. Here, in these vacant halls.
Did you enjoy Byzantium? That seems like a really insensitive question, all things considered, but I'm afraid I need to pry every thread, tug on it, and see what happens.
When I arrived, I was the toast of the town. All fought for the honor of lighting my cigarettes. The attention was sublime. I opened a small firm to help young, impressionable heirs manage their family wealth. Business was good. For a while.
And what happened?
Gorgon happened. With Mother's downfall, so too fell my influence in society. I sold the business at a loss. Then I hatched a plan to restore the family name. That plan, as you're now well aware, is still in motion.
So basically, had the thing on Gorgon happened but not sullied your family name, you'd probably still be there enjoying the good life. Okay, that's all I needed to know.
You reminded me of better times. I should be thanking you.
Well, you're welcome then. I had some questions about your family.
The Ambrose family comes from old Earth money. We were pioneers, inventors, and chimerists. Always at the top of our field, never lagging behind. If there's anything else you'd like to know, speak on.
Okay, right. Your mother left an unfinished goodbye recording in the master bedroom.
A goodbye recording? I don't understand.
It's a recording where you say goodbye. You knew her better than anyone. Why would she leave this message?
Mother was logical. She wouldn't have recorded anything for sentimental value alone. No, there's more to this. Mother left that phonograph because she knew something awful might happen to her. She knew Spacer's
Obviously.
Choice wanted her silence.
Her death was no coincidence. It was murder. Dun, dun, dun. Is the sound that should be playing right now.
Murder. How
Oh, I like the
naive
way
I
you said
was to
that.
assume otherwise. I thought the corporation could sink no lower, yet here we are. We have to find that journal, Captain. And when we do, Spacer's Choice will rue the day they crossed my family.
Yeah. See, now that I've said that, it might still not be murder. She might well have... Yeah, you know what? I might be jumping the gun there just a tad. It seems dramatic, and this seems like a dramatic scenario. I also read your mother's terminal. Again, scientific inquiry, investigating the case, sort of thing. And her logs were, interesting.
Ah, yes. I've scanned her old logs.
I also
But
know
I'm
that.
afraid they haven't given up anything I didn't already know or suspect. If you have any questions, you can trust me to answer them. I gain nothing by leaving you in the dark.
What's in the safe? Who's Lucian? Your mother didn't seem to approve of him.
Lucian was Mother's point of contact at Spacer's Choice. I'd call him high-ranking, but I don't think his job had a rank in the traditional sense. He once tried to recruit me to work on Gorgon, but of course Mother wouldn't hear of it. I never forgave her for that.
Right. What did they want you to do on Gorgon?
A little bit of everything, I suppose. Manage personnel, keep an eye on budgets, see that goals and expectations were well defined. Chemistry may be my passion, but Spacer's Choice recognized my knack for administration. I would have taken the job and perhaps even enjoyed it.
And why didn't Spacer's Choice overrule her? Because ordinarily they seem to have total control over, well, everything.
And risk losing one of the colony's greatest minds to Auntie Cleo? I think not. No. In their estimate, I'm certain Mother was worth 10 of me. They did the math, and I came up short.
Sort of glad I didn't bring Parvati along on this conversation. Back to the topic at hand.
Did anything else in Mother's terminal glue your eyes to the screen?
Perhaps. You never mentioned that you enjoyed painting. Yeah, you didn't.
Of all the intrigue and mystery surrounding my household, that is what interests you. I do enjoy painting. I haven't indulged in some time, but it's a pleasant enough diversion.
Okay, what would you go... What's your favourite painting?
I've always been partial to Truth Emerging from the Well to Shame Mankind by Jerome. That painting speaks to me. It shows how nothing stays hidden for long.
Definitely not. Shine the light of science on it and all will be revealed. Out of curiosity, your particular style, surreal, expressionistic, something else I don't understand?
I honestly don't think I've been at it long enough to have a style. Painting is something I enjoy on the side, not something I chase to perfection. We Ambrose ladies have a way of ruining the things we love by committing ourselves to them.
Ooh. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Your curiosity is charming, but do remember to focus on the job at hand.
I have a feeling this may be the job at hand. That's all about the terminal. I'll let you know if I find anything else.
You do that. And thanks for your attention to detail.
That's me. I'd say it was my middle name, but my middle name's getting a little long at this point. You come from a talented heritage. What interests you? Yeah.
If Mother and I shared anything, it was our love of chemistry. Chemistry is a desire to understand matter, the very foundation of our existence. What Ambrose could ignore such a tempting lure?
Right, okay.
Yes?
And, the house has seen better days. Why don't you get it fixed up? I mean, I know money might be a bit short, but you do have some robots, and some basic cleaning would be possible.
Regrettable, I know. We used to have a staff to maintain the grounds. Not just auto mechanicals either. Real people doing real work.
Yeah. Explain the fake fish in the fake pond. I mean, you don't have to, but I kind of want you to, and is there any chance I could buy it?
Father loved his salt tuna. He was an avid fisherman, you know. But that was long ago. When they moved here from Byzantium, Mother told me he was heartbroken to learn there was no sport. So she bought him a pond for his sad, lonely amusement.
Yeah, you made that sound really bad. Do you visit the rock garden? Actually, what's with the Moon Man statue in the foyer? Yeah, that's a much better question.
Hideous, isn't it? I've been meaning to have that thing removed. Maybe jettisoned into the sun.
You know, if that's
Spacer's
a
Choice
good plan.
agreed to double Mother's research budget if she subjected her family to product placement.
Really?
I swear, those eyes follow me wherever I go.
Interesting. I wonder if that is in fact what they do. Do you visit the rock garden much? Yes, the Garden of Tranquility. Because there did seem to be, well, a pile of ash with credits in it.
Not as much as I used to. Who has time to slow their thoughts and bask in tranquility? I prefer staring out the window of my drawing room, brooding on matters outside of my control.
Okay, that's one way to spend your time, I guess. Couldn't you hire on new staff?
It's hard to find good help, and I'm not quick to trust anyone who'd work for me. Present company excluded.
Yeah.
I can worry about upkeep once my family name is restored. Until then, this manor is a base of operations.
Okay, that's all I need to know for now.
Very well. If there's anything else, you have my attention.
About the job, maybe?
Ask anything you like, Captain. It's nice to have a competent partner for a change.
Is there anything you're not telling me? Or, let me rephrase that. Is there anything you're not telling me that you might be willing to actually tell me?
I've told you everything I know. I trust you to investigate Gorgon and draw your own conclusions. If you can think of anything specific, all you have to do is ask.
Specific. Gotta be specific. Okay, thank you.
Of course, my dear Captain.
That's pretty much
I
it.
look forward to it.
But now, we will head off to Gorgon
The
now.
pleasure is mine.
After we, nip back with Parvati and see what is in that chest. Okay. That's the family portrait. Yes, I'm trying to see if I can move the family portrait so that I... That's where we came in. To see if there's something behind it, you know. Post-it notes that I cannot read. Was there anything else we missed then? Any other slightly obvious and yet not yet seen thing? No. Okay. Right, I can get in there. Let's see what is hidden within its
Deft hands, Cap.
metal casing. It's just bolter pistol. That was the word I was looking for. Bolter pistol. That's just stuff. I was really hoping for some secret document that explained everything. Okay, fine. On the bright side, curiosity has been satiated. And I've remembered the name of that pistol. So, yeah. Glass half full, yes? Was I about to say glaff half full? Yes, if your glass is half full, you are probably draining too much of whatever it is half full of. Right, so we're heading off to the Gorgon landing
In orbit above Gorgon.
pad. Okay. I think this time I'm going to leave Felix behind. I'm definitely...
Take someone to watch your back, please.
I was thinking that. I'm going to take Ellie. She always watches my back. But I think we're going to take Sam again. If this place is as disreputable as Ellie seems to suggest, it might be good to have a little firepower backing us up. Could take Max as well, but I find Sam a little comforting.
I don't know what kind of mess Spacer's Choice made here, but it figures they'd leave it to someone else to clean up.
That's an alarm. Yep, that is a very gold alarm. Okay, everything... I'm hearing sprats. And I'm seeing absolutely no sign of life. But I am seeing the sprat shack. And you were suggesting that there are still people there, right? Oh. Okay, so there are people here. There are people here. I can see a person. I'm assuming if there's a person stood at the general store, there must be other people who may come and do business at the general store. Okay. There's an elevator there. Yeah, let's quickly check around the out. There's stuff down there. There is definitely... Okay, we can just nip down there for the stuff. For scientific inquiry's sake, of course, there may be a clue in that box suspiciously disguised as loot. Right? That's a definite possibility. Oh, I'm sorry about this, Sam. I'm afraid you're going to have to fly all the way back up again. I'm sure your thrusters need the exercise, because that's how machines work. Those look a little bit like mines. You know, like not places you mine for gold, but mines. You know, boom, explode, everyone dead. Mines. Yeah. Okay, more potential clues down there. Definitely potential clues. Can we turn the bloody alarm off?
The Gorgon facility is currently experiencing an emergency evacuation. Please be reminded that all Spacer's Choice facilities fall within acceptable margins of safety.
Right. Okay. Hack. Disable emergency evacuation notice. Yes, please. Thank you. Oh. Now, this does not look particularly safe. Okay. Apparently we have a welcome committee. Hello. I think he wants us to follow him. Probably some child stuck down a... Where's he gone? Where's he... Where has he gone? Can you see? Can you see a little white sprat? Looking suspiciously helpful, trying to lead us in a direction... No? I was going to call him Lassie as well. Okay, right. back to gathering clues. Valuable. Aha! I'm getting changed. Once again. I actually think I can just switch helmets. I use more hacks doing this, but it means I don't have to take my armor off. It's, you know. Okay, that was really well worth it. Absolutely. Time and picks. Well. Okay, well, it hasn't exploded. Get back! I need to know if this is dangerous, so we're going to test the ordnance with science. This... Okay, nothing happened. Okay, perhaps not a mine. Okay, no, not a mine. There you go. Scientific process has identified an inanimate, useless chunk of metal. Helmet again. And... oof. I'm going to be going through the picks at a rather rapid rate if I keep neglecting to get changed. However, alright. So, the perimeter is not quite secure. Secure-ish. Can I see something else? Yes, shiny grass. Pretty sure that's not a clue. Okay. So. We've made it to Gorgon. That's probably a clue. Corporate Commander. Dead.
Preparing for extermination.
Who? You better not be looking at me. You better not be looking at me. Okay. We got a marauder crack shot. How do I know he's a crack shot? I look at the body and... that's how good at science I am. I look at a body and I can immediately tell you... I'll tell you what, let's do a more thorough investigation of this area in a while. I just want to do a quick scan to get the basic lay of the... Do these look like security gates to you? Only not really securing anything? Or is it a decontamination field? No, it's a bloody gate. It is definitely a bloody gate. I'm seeing somebody out there. They do not look too friendly. Alright, you know what? Lots of junk, lots of dead body, lots of things I might want to poke around and try looting. But okay, we will go in there in a minute. I think before we do anything else, shipping and receiving, Spirit Shack. I say we first of all speak to the person over here and find out what the hell is going on and why.
I got supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared.
How do you last on Gorgon? There does not seem to be, well, there don't seem to be any customers, is what I'm getting at. Okay.
Is that what my thoughts sound like? Look, I've been standing near that alarm too long.
Oh.
You looking for supplies, stranger? Best stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one around here liable to help you out. Let me know if you're looking for something
wrong.
particular.
My hammer helps me out. So this is Gorgon.
You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too. Heard it was wild here and couldn't resist. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, odds are slimmer of your bits finding their way to my pockets. If you want my advice, stick close to the Sprat Shack, unless you fancy having your limbs torn off and eaten.
Thanks, but I can handle myself. Give him your best unimpressed look. Yeah. I'm gonna go with my best... I'm wearing a helmet. How unimpressed can I look with a helmet on? Fine, no, I can handle myself.
All right. You know you better than I do.
That is true.
Just be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the #1 thing. Oh, and the Mance. You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting, and you'll probably be fine.
Charles from who's Charles from accounting? What are Mants? Are we talking about mantisaurs? Is that mantisaurs? Because when you said Mants, my first thought was like half man, half ant. Mantisaurs probably, yeah? Not half man, half ant. Because that would be kind of cool. Who's Charles from accounting?
Only the meanest marauder on Gorgon. And also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of canids and twice as likely to bite. He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he so much as sees you. I ain't joking. He'll snap you in half like stale bread noodles.
Yeah, I got the idea. You're making me hungry. You are, in fact, making me a little peckish.
Sorry. Been a minute since I last ate. Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad marauders you could find and mashed them together. That's Charles.
3 of the most howling mad marauders with a terrible sense of titles, yes? You mean he's got the strength of 3 men? Pretty sure I've done that before. Actually, I am pretty sure I've done that. I'm pretty sure I have mashed 3 marauders together and squished them all up, actually.
That ain't right.
I got a hammer for it.
I warned you. If you run off and get exploded to death by a madman with a rocket launcher now, that's on you.
Yeah, no, I accept that. I totally accept that. Go back to the part about the rocket launcher. Yeah.
Sure, okay. He's got a rocket launcher.
How did he get a rocket launcher?
Couldn't say. He kills anyone who gets close enough to ask. Look, long story short, you do not fuck with Chuck. Best to avoid the Marauder camp entirely. That's my 2 bits on the matter.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid I'm going to have to, proverbially mess around with Chucky, because I want to know where he got the rocket launcher from. About Charles from accounting. Really, I don't want to talk about Charles from accounting anymore. I take it that the evacuation alarm was not that urgent. By the way, you're not urgently GTFOing.
Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. Something to do with that scrap Project Gorgon from years back. Thanks for turning it off, by the way. I'd have lost my mind if the damn thing had gone on much longer.
It's been on for years. Why didn't someone shut it off? Couldn't you have just moved away from the incessant alarm? I'm impressed Space's Choice built something that lasted for years. All of the above. But first of all, why... Did you forget how to walk, or were you too dumb to think to stand over? No, first of all, why didn't somebody just shut it off?
We tried. Couldn't persuade the control terminal to listen.
Oh, you couldn't hack it.
No one around here is particularly mechanically inclined, and no one was going to shut it down by force. That's for sure.
Why not?
I know, because even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw a man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a toss ball.
Okay, so it was pretty... What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
Only that Spacer's Choice shut it down in a big hurry. From what I heard, some of their folks got left behind even. Don't seem like the project ended well.
I knew it. It's Mummy. What are you selling?
Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
I'm not the violent type. I'm the scientific type. The original brand name, Auto Unfortunato, never caught on. It's going to now. It's called the Handy Deconstruction Tool. No. It is the Auto Unfortunato. It's not as good as my science weapon. It's only level 1. It's bloody expensive. But I don't have one, so I'm having it. Okay, what else do you have for sale? Okay, it doesn't really look anything special, does it? Is there a sort of odd silence after I swing it? Like not silence exactly, like a mute sound, like all of the sound gets temporarily muted? Wow, that's a weird one. Thing is, it's really not very good. It's only 57 DPS. I can, of course, tinker it up if I'm willing to spend huge amounts of money, and I may be able to get it up maybe into this. I don't actually know how much difference it would make. It might compete with the soft speaker, but there is a perk called Improvisation Warrior, which gives 300% improvised weapon damage increase. That might actually turn that into a monster. I may have to try tinkering that for science. It will cost a lot of money for science, but it may have to be done. Okay. I've got a new pickaxe. We've got a place to go trading. And it's probably now time to get to the bar and see what we can find out. Sprat, okay. Serialized Law and Organization Guardian. Okay. Check electricity rationing bill. Notice, electricity rationing in effect. By accessing this terminal, you consent to paying 1 bit per every option selected. Oh, really? So that cost me a bit, did it? Okay. Tran Dominic currently owes 9,508 bits. Pay Dominic's bit? No. Shipment history. Outgoing shipment. Accessing log archive displayed. Departing freight. Shipment ID, yada yada yada. Ship name, Perseus. Voyage, Terra 2, Loop E1. Port of load, Gorgon. Port of discharge, Edgewater. 2,000 cartons containing redacted. 3 discharged staff, 5 reassigned staff. Okay. Same thing. 100 cartons containing prototype redacted. 2 tons of raw ore of redacted. 15 reassigned staff. Wait. Shipment history pull request logged. Please select the following outgoing shipments. Oh, no. Right. Okay. Incoming shipments. 350 cartons containing 100 units each sterile injection ampules. 30 high-pressure steel cylinders containing oxygen. 25 volunteers. That doesn't sound good, does it? Okay. Profit Margin is the vessel name. Port of load, Byzantium. Port of discharge, Gorgon. 3 corporate security squads containing 3 fire teams each. 500 rounds of light ammunition, 2,000 rounds of heavy ammunition, 1 flat containing 10 units, Moonman Standy. Okay, not totally sure what that is, but they sent in a massive security team, and they also had quite a lot of volunteers. I'm afraid to ask, but I think we're going to have to volunteer for what?